just have to reiterate here that when you lose your vocal cords, your voice altogether, like Natalia did, the nodules are that big that they're basically not allowing the vocal cords to vibrate together. So they're going. So there's like well, I'll just explain a little bit about what a nodule is. A nodule is a build-up of harder skin on the vocal cords that is developed from abuse from the vocal cord hitting that one particular spot, and it's exactly the same as if you're working in the garden and without any gloves, and you'll develop calluses on your hands where you're working a lot. It's exactly the same as the vocal cords, and they'll get larger and larger and larger. And as I said, sometimes one will irritate the other. You can develop dual nodules. So that's a nodule. There is also a thing called a hemorrhage as well too, which is a little bit different. These are developed very quickly. So someone that hasn't sung, they would scream and yell, and they would develop a blister on their vocal cords, and then they would go and scream and yell or sing again, and they would take a layer of that blister off, just like you had a blister on the back of your foot if you had new shoes, and the next day you would take that skin off, and it would basically leave a little indentation, and that would bleed. It's the same if you had a blister on the back of your foot. One day you took the skin off it, the next day you kept on walking with those runners without a band-aid on your blister, it would bleed and just become worse and worse. They're the two main ones. There's a nodule, which are built up over time, and a hemorrhage. There is a thing called a callus as well too, and callus is basically the same as a nodule, but generally over a bigger period of the vocal cord. So it would nearly stretch over half the vocal cord, not in the extent of what a nodule is. A nodule actually sticks out like a wart. Yeah. Let's just call a nodule a wart. A callus means that the vocal cord is generally damaged and would heal up again, and the vocal cord would heal nearly hard. It would callus over, so it'd be hard, and the vocal cord doesn't vibrate as well as what it should, and it vibrates. As healthy vocal cords vibrate very frequently and very fluently. And if you've got a callus, it won't. So you'll get a different tone. So that's what a callus is, and that's the least I wouldn't say popular one, but the one that's not developed as much. Generally, it'd be a nodule, the number one, or a hemorrhage. That's basically a run through of very quickly what the most common vocal disorders are.